Problem 4, perform the indicated operations. So we have an set of operations here, and we have to remember our order of operations. We got parentheses, exponents, multiplication, division, and addition, subtraction. So I want to make sure that we all know that the multiplication and division happens in the same one-line pass, and then addition and subtraction happens in the one-line pass. So if I go in here, if I scan through this, the first thing I see is a parentheses. Well, there's a parentheses around the 8, but there's not much we can do about that. This is an operation that we can do here, and this is a negative 2. We can't do anything about that. So our first step is to deal with a 6 minus 8. So we have 8 squared, and I might as well just drop the parentheses there because that's not really necessary. Plus 3, there's no symbol here, so assuming this is a multiplication. And now this is what I'm going to work out first. 6 minus 8 is negative 2, and then that's going to be squared, and then we have a divide by negative 2. Alright, what's next? We scan through this. Everything in parentheses is already simplified, so let's go through exponents. There's an 8 squared, there's a negative 2 squared, so let's deal with those. 8 squared is 64, plus 3 times 2 squared is negative 2 squared is positive 4, and divide by negative 2. For negative 2, I want to keep the parentheses there because there's a negative sign, so I want to make sure that this is this means the opposite of 2, not a minus 2. Alright, now a multiplication and division all in the same line, so it looks like there's a multiplication here and then a division after that. So let's do that in that order. Multiplication first here because it's coming first, and then we're going to divide. So we have 64 plus 12 divided by negative 2. Okay. Now there's a 64 plus 12 that's really tempting to compute, but remember that multiplication and division comes first before addition and subtraction. So let's do this first. Now keep the 64 there. I have 12 divided by negative 2. So 12 divided by 2 is 6, but since one of them is a negative, the other one's a positive, your result is going to be a negative 6. Now we add 64 plus negative 6, essentially subtracting. So 64 minus 6 is going to be 58. So that is our final result. Now this one might be easy to put into the calculator because we're just going in order. Parentheses aren't necessary, but if you put a parentheses there, it doesn't matter. We'll square that. Oops, that's negative. Let's try it again. That's squared. So 8 squared plus, and then 3, and then parentheses 6 minus 8, close parentheses and square it, and then divide by parentheses. This negative is different from the minus sign, so make sure you put the negative, a correct negative, negative 2, close parentheses. Okay, if we press enter, hopefully we get 58. And there we go.